creepy and weird. Sluts selling butts, them buttholes done been sold. Dogs breeding like bugs, or rabbits or coat hangers. Killers killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. 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 Where'd all the money go? Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street? While killers be killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. 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 Oh. Where'd all the money go? Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street? While killers be killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. 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 News.
Man, it still hangs up every now and then. It's supposed to go right to this. That's what gets me all pissed off and everything. But anyway, Nodak's right. Hit the like button. That's what it's there for. All you got to do, you actually just click it. But for some reason, click the like button didn't catch on. So it's hit it. Some people say smash. I don't know. Why so violent, you know? But I guess I do know. It's the way we are. So anyway, apologies to Pat Dixon. I was unconscious. I did do the Doomcock show. I managed to do 2 hours. I was impressed, even with myself. I don't know. It was covering stories about Disney and all that, you know. And apparently Gal Gadot and what's her name? Is it Renee Ziegler or Rachel Ziegler? The new Snow White don't like each other. So, I mean, that was bound to happen. I mean, you're constantly put up to this, you know, beautiful goddess. So it's really going to piss you off when you're trying to get attention for yourself, you know. So that's the problem Ziegler faces. So they don't like each other. And of course, Ziegler doesn't like anybody. So what are you going to do? So I guess that was, you know, the totality of that mess. And then Doomcock wanted me to talk about Daredevil, which I saw the first episodes, and my review of that is up on my channel. And for the most part, it is mostly positive. You know, there's some concerning elements. But the whole time they did, I thought, well, you know, they're probably not going to be able to achieve the level of excellence that the Netflix show did, which they did primarily in the first 2 seasons of Daredevil. The third one, there's still some cool stuff in it, but the first 2, about as good as a superhero TV show can get, you know. So hopeful, but again, it's Disney, so I'll remain dubious. But anyway, that was that, and then I had to go lay down, or I would pass out on the show. So I did, and I thought 30 minutes to an hour, and I'll be a little late, but I should be able to do Pat's show. Well, I get up, and I'm like, holy crap, it's 2 hours have gone by. Oh. So I cobbled together. I always do some stories to talk about if need be, so I'll have them ready. So I got that, and I went and clicked the link, and I showed up, and I said, "Hey, Pat," and Pat's sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, the show's over." He had just ended it. So, oh, I missed out on that. Oh, and apologies to Shmuel Buckman. I didn't get a chance to visit with him. And I assumed he covered some Dabbleverse news and all that sort of stuff. So, damn, what to do to make up for it? Well, and I'll do the stories that I collected. Uh, there's some interesting tidbits here, I suppose, and a couple will inspire some drawings. Pat was saying, "Why don't you do the drawings while you tell the news stories?" And I was like, "Yeah, that would come across pretty cool." I can't do it because I'm already forgetting details of the stories, and I got to be able to read it and then look at the drawing. Oh my god! See, I'm not as talented as I pretend. Now you know the whole truth. Oh well. Joe Lamont, lick like. Yeah, you could lick it, but I wouldn't recommend lick. I don't. How would you even? Would you lick your mouse or your phone? Do you? Oh, well, whatever. However you want to do it. I don't need to know. Nodak sensually pressed the like button. Well, yes, it could be an intimate affair. Again, I don't need to know how you did it. Canadian Spider-Man, hashtag Joe Lamont, hail buddy. Canadian Spider-Man at me. Good day, sir. Well, good day to you, Canadian Spider-Man. So here's my drawing board. Gee, who's this gentleman? This was one I did earlier in an attempt to do a caricature of, what's his name? Tom Meyer or Tom Myers? Because who are these podcasts? Of course, they found a new special character they love to discuss, and have become big fans. Apparently, Mr. Meyer doesn't see it that way, so I looked for a picture he did of himself uh, in a pissed off face. Now, I'm sure he was just playing along, and for the photo, but apparently, when it comes to who are these podcasts, oh, he's not a fan, I hear. So anyway, I was working on that, and that was the last thing I did before I collapsed the first time. And didn't get enough sleep, but I got up in time enough for the pop culture breakdown show. So, oh look, the blank sheet. This will be the blank sheet for the first drawing I do tonight. Oh boy, what will it be? I don't really know, but I do have my selections. So I'm going to start off with the absolute worst. I mean, I suspect this story does sound familiar. I might have heard about it before, but I mean, the headline already, it's pretty bad. Uh, but disgustingly funny in its own way. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, maybe I should take all my uh, little, uh, let's see, Nailsin News is a bit redundant, so we can take that one. But that just tells you, okay, maybe Nailsin News. Yeah, remove that one. Yeah, okay, there we go. It gets in the way of the chat. But I can't read the chat anyway because it's over a white thing. Well, I can put the chat here in my, the thing. And we don't need, no, stupid. I hit the thing and turned it off. I meant to hit the camera. Wait, where's everyone going? There's the camera. All right, here we go. Boy, I know we've been waiting to hear this story. Man who said he couldn't sexually abuse stepdaughter due to the size of his belly fat is sentenced. So I guess they didn't buy it. So somehow he was able to do it anyway. So there he is. And I think this is the wife. That's not the stepdaughter. I wouldn't think. But then she wouldn't be going to jail either. So that's the wife. I don't know if he cut part of his goatee off or he kind of combed it to the side there. You know, it's not that significant. A 44-year-old man will likely spend the rest of his life behind bars for sexually abusing his stepdaughter, who was also assaulted by her 52-year-old biological mother. Good God. So that's her with her pissed off look. Well, you think you're pissed off. Well, anyway, the district attorney's office announced March 1st that Brandon Berg was convicted of 3 counts of sexual abuse on a child by a person in a position of trust, aggravated incest, and second-degree assault. Well, wait, why does he get the incest charge when he's not biologically? I mean, he's getting what he deserves. He's a piece of shit, but I mean, I imagine the mother gets that charge because she is related. But I don't know. Sometimes the list of charges, they're a little odd. I don't quite know what all the deals are, how that works, but whatever. He received a sentence of 80 years to life in the Department of Corrections, and you can't correct that. Plus, he's really huge and fat. So, yeah, that's 80 years. Obviously, he was if there's no possibility of parole, then yeah, he's gonna die in there. So Brandon Berg's wife, 52-year-old Rebecca Berg, was also convicted in the abuse of her biological daughter on 2 counts of aggravated incest. So maybe both counts she gets, but they toss one over to the husband. I don't know. She received a sentence of 4 years to life in prison. Oh, plus an additional 20 years to life of sex offender intensive supervision. So she just watched the ordeal. Is that how they do it? You know, the victim, she's the child's mother, and she just in there. It's okay, honey, make daddy happy or whatever. And what the hell was that shit? Shouldn't she get 82? Yeah, 82 on top of his, but good Lord. The victim called the Aurora Police Department in to report the sexual abuse. She was 19 at the time, but claimed she had been sexually assaulted multiple times beginning at age 15. According to prosecutors, the victim said she had sexual encounters with Brandon Berg to avoid being physically beaten and injured. During an interview, a detective noticed a 4-inch long scar on her back, where she alleged Brandon Berg had scratched her with a fork. Jeez. The victim had also reportedly sustained a severe scar on the back of her shoulder. The victim claimed the injury happened when Brandon Berg used a heated knife to brand her with the initials RB, which she suspected stood for Brandon Berg and Rebecca Berg, her stepfather and biological mother. So it's actually it's the initials of her mother. Right? Well, whatever. Not that Brandon seems all that smart, The victim had allegedly been sexually assaulted the day before police took the incident report. Investigators sent in her clothing for testing and found Brandon Berg's DNA on the victim's underwear and body. According to the district attorney's office, Berg claimed he was unable to have sexual intercourse due to the size of his belly fat and small size of his genitalia. So he's going to claim that, he hasn't been able to see his penis since, high school or whatever. He also stated that he had an alternate sexual orientation, which made him disinterested in the conduct alleged. Alternate sex. He's claiming he's gay. Is that it? The defendant testified and continued these claims. Okay, well, no one's going to buy that. Rebecca Berg joined in the abuse on occasion. Also, not all the time. Maybe that's why they knocked off 20 years, or what, I guess it would be 60 years. Yeah. And both defendants were tried together with the same jury. Assistant District Attorney Ryan Brackley said, these defendants robbed a young girl of her teenage years, sexually, physically, and emotionally abusing her. It's appalling that a mother and stepfather would repeatedly abuse someone they were supposed to love and support. While no length of time in prison will undo the trauma the victim of these horrible crimes endured, we hope these sentences will offer her some measure of healing. Well, it certainly deserved. I mean, I don't know how my DNA got on there. I haven't seen my penis since high school, and I only like men. She's like, what? Well, it didn't work, so that's it for that asshole. You know, there are some of these I just really don't think I'll be drawing. What a disgusting story. But, well, there it is. Ooh. Blah, 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 blah. Nodak, they charged him with all of that and added a traveling in the passing lane ticket for good measure. Well, all right, you know, whatever it takes. You would think the rape would be enough, but sure. Some traffic tickets, yeah. Parallel in Colorado, the statute describes incest as an ancestor or descendant. Ancestor. Like a ghost, including a natural child by adoption, or stepchild, 21 years of age or older. Well, okay then. Pell-El, hey everyone. Hey, Pell-El. Nodak, howdy, Pell-El. Pell-El, good to see you, man. Nodak, his head is shaped like a potato. Well, yeah, he didn't really discuss his head much, just his belly, which apparently completely covers his penis, which he says prevents him from being able to, and he's gay or something. Nodak says, you too, pal. Yeah. So anyway, oh boy, what a fascinating tale. So, boy, we're gonna need something to clean the palate from that disgusting story. So we'll move on to a story concerning science and a possible cure for cancer. Yeah, this is very interesting. Yes, the poop pill could be a breakthrough for cancer that only has a 10% survival rate. That being the cancer. Will Elon allow funding to go through for the poop pill? Well, we'll have to wait and see. They're taking the plunge. Oh, New York Post. A small number of Canadian cancer patients are testing a pill that contains healthy bacteria from human poop to see if it can extend their lives. Pancreatic cancer has a poor survival rate of approximately 10% over 5 years, medical oncologist Dr. Lenahan said. Through this study, we aim to offer a new, innovative treatment to patients. Well, it's new and I guess innovative. No one would have thought, hey, how about you swallow some crap? Cancerous tumors are believed to have a collection of bacteria. Believed to have. All right. Viruses and fungi that help the disease defend itself from treatments like chemotherapy. Fecal transplants, that's the poo, which are usually done by colonoscopy, help restore healthy gut bacteria. Okay. Oh, here's an illustration. What the hell? Is that supposed to be the turd? Now, wait a minute. This looks like, and then there's the nuts and oh my God. And exploding popcorn. Or maybe this is the cancer tumor that's, I don't know. Oh, I guess I should have read the thing. This is a 3D illustration of pancreatic cancer. So that's what the, I guess this is the tumor and that's the pancreas. It's shaped like that. Huh. Hmm. Well, whatever. They're the experts. Early studies suggest that fecal transplants, that's poo transplants, delivered via an oral capsule known as LND 101 could alter the microbial composition of tumors and make the body better able to fight advanced pancreatic cancer. Linehan's team is launching a 2-year phase 1 clinical trial involving 20 patients at the Vers-Peten Family Cancer Center at London Health Sciences Centre. Scat, that's poo, from healthy donors is processed in the lab to generate tasteless, odorless pills. The hope is to enhance, and this is only the hope. Hey, we don't know. We'll try anything, to enhance the patient's healthy microorganisms to boost their immune response and potentially make chemotherapy more effective. So you still got to do the chemo, after you've swallowed shit. We will study how the gut bacteria of pancreatic cancer patients change after treatment with fecal transplants using the capsules and how this affects their immune system, said Saman Maleki, a scientist at the London Health Sciences Centre Research Institute. Our goal is to determine whether a successful shift in the gut microbiome is connected to a better response to chemotherapy. So it's going to take 2 years of swallowing poo. Poop pills are not new. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved Voust, the first pill from a form of fecal transplant therapy in 2023. Voust. Can you imagine if that was the treatment for COVID? It's just, look, if you want to be able to go back to work, you got to swallow this. LND 101 pills have already shown promise in advanced melanoma, lung cancer, and renal cell carcinoma. The LHCRI research, I guess that's the London Health, said, and they hope to achieve similar success with late-stage pancreatic cancer. All right, so they already got some other developments in these other forms of cancer, so swallowing the poo pills, I guess, increase the patient's ability to fight off the tumors in conjunction with chemotherapy. And so the results, hey, there's an improvement. I wonder what the percentage is, because is it a big enough percentage to justify this, or is it just some people do better than others, And so now they're going to 2 years of swallowing poo to see what it does for pancreatic cancer patients. I don't know. I want you to eat this poo. Well, you're the doctor. That's right. Eat it. Eat it. So pancreatic cancer is often discovered in advanced stages because it doesn't usually cause symptoms until it has spread to organs beyond the pancreas, limiting treatment approaches. So it's come to this, About 67,400 Americans will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer this year, and nearly 52,000 will die from the it's almost always fatal. So I guess at this point, might as well give it a shot. I mean, I remember they were talking to people who would go to Mexico for coffee enemas and stuff like that. It's supposed to cure some kinds of cancer or treat it or what have you. But this is a whole other level. But well, they're seeking volunteers for poop donors. So if you're interested, email Lysel De Silva at Lysel Da Silva at, the London Health Center thing, or call. See, here's the number. So if you're interested in donating your poo to this study, I'll let them know. Now they're going to need a background and make sure you're healthy and stuff, because only the best poo will do. And there you go. Perhaps you can save lives. You thought you were just taking a dump, but in truth, you were, producing life-saving cures, something like that. You know. Yeah. Let's take a look at the chat again. In Colorado, yeah, I covered that one. His head shaped like a potato. Nodak, I heard the main scientist's name is Alanis Mchi. Described the pill as little and jagged. You wanna know. Pale Ale, LOL, that's a great album. Yeah, it is. Who's the guy who wrote it? Anyway, Nodak, it was huge. Stealth Chaos at Nodak at Pale Ale. Isn't it ironic? Stealth Chaos, don't you think? Nodak, yes. Well, you ought to know, Stealth. Yeah. Stealth Chaos. Touche. Pale Ale. You took my line, LOL. Stealth Chaos, Pale Ale. Yeah, I really do think. Stealth Chaos. Fun with Alanis and Doug. Yeah, what's she up to these days, Pale Ale, Stealth Chaos. All I really want is to be part of the fun. Stealth Chaos. I think I am out of my depth at this point. And this point, or I guess you meant at this point. How about some Tori Amos? Well, how about that? Nodak, only poo can prevent pancreatic cancer. Yeah, I know. It's like, can you imagine the pharmaceutical ads? I'm not giving up the fight. I've talked to my doctor and I'm going to swallow poo. And there's always these drives for, give blood and stuff like that. Well, guess what? Don't flush that toilet so fast. You might have gold coming out of your ass. How about that? How about that? Well, that's just, miracles come in strange form sometimes, So, I don't know. Good luck with that. Who knows? I mean, there's no symptoms. I might have pancreatic cancer right now, and I'm going to have to swallow those pills. But they say they're tasteless and odorless. So, Stealth Chaos says, don't poo-poo the idea. Well, yeah, all right. We'll see how the study goes. It's a 2-year study. And they're saying they already have some results for the other cancers. So, again, who am I to say? I'm not a doctor. No. All right, so here's maybe I'll actually draw this woman. I'm not going to draw the poop pill. I mean, what the hell? I'm not going to draw the crazy incest couple. It's too disgusting. So maybe this woman will merit a portrait. Ohio woman fired from job after leaving nasty message on restaurant bill. Uh-oh. A woman has been sacked from her job after leaving a racist remark about her waiter on a restaurant bill. The customer who dined at Consuelos Mexican restaurant and cantina in Columbus, the capital of Ohio, wrote, "I hope Trump deports you," on the signature line of the bill. Oh, but now look, you went into a Mexican restaurant. Look, lady, what did you expect? And how do you know? I mean, you just made this bigoted assumption, Anyway, she had spent $87.84 at the restaurant. But instead of leaving a tip, she wrote "0, yes, suck," followed by the derogatory message. Well, I got to admit, I've I've seen worse messages, you know. But anyway, zero tip. Zero. You suck. I hope Trump deports. And she scribbled this part out. So it might have been something even nastier. Yo. An employee of the restaurant posted a photo of the receipt on Facebook, which then went viral. In the corner of the bill was the customer's name, Stephanie Lovins. Ms. Lovins. And after some internet sleuthing, oh, you don't say, the employee discovered that she was an experienced realtor with 27 years at Century 21, the world's largest residential real estate sales organization. Following the public backlash, Lovins took to a local Facebook page in an attempt to address the situation by claiming her credit card was lost and or stolen, and someone attempted to use it. Oh, so you see, wasn't her. Some thief. Gotta be what the deal was. She stated that she had been inundated with notifications from people since the story went viral. But all she was focused on was ensuring the issue had been reported to her bank. She insisted it was the result of scammers and profile hackers and thanked her followers for their patience as she managed the situation. However, the restaurant's marketing manager, Fabio Orbio, reviewed the CCTV and confirmed that it was indeed Lovins who wrote the note. Uh-oh. Wow, this thief even looks like her. She has since been fired from her job, and a spokesperson for Century 21 issued a statement regarding the incident. We are aware of the situation with the agent in question. Hate has no place within the Century 21 brand, and we are taking this very seriously. After investigating the situation and connecting with the respective broker, as all companies affiliated with the Century 21 brand are independently owned and operated, so wasn't our idea, we can confirm that this agent is no longer affiliated with the brand. So there's Miss Lovins. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, well, why was she so upset? I mean, maybe the waiter or waitress was really awful. It's a possibility. I don't know. The restaurant posted a statement on its social media saying, "We believe in the power of respect, tolerance, and acceptance. Recently, one of our team members faced an unacceptable situation, and we stand firmly against any form of hate or discrimination." But what if she just said the food sucks? She's hating the food, you know? I guess she'd still get fired. I don't know. It was a normal Sunday. Things got a little busy, so the wait could have been a little longer than usual. But we aren't really sure what made her write that. He also confirmed that the waiter's name was Ricardo, and he is a U.S. citizen working 2 jobs. A GoFundMe has since been started for him in an effort to give him the tip he deserves. It has now raised over $8,000. Wow. I don't know, because is the food really that great? I mean, so look, worked out a lot better than one might have expected, you know. I need to, yeah. Anyway, news.com.au has reached out to Consuelas and Century 21 for comment. Well, the Century 21 already said, and so did the Consuelas. They said, hey, we don't put up with this bullshit. It comes amid rising tensions in the U.S. about immigration, as President Trump has said mass deportations of illegal immigrants are on the horizon. Incidents like Ms. Lovin's firing have become increasingly common since Trump took office. Really? Emboldening many to act on their hatred. Yeah. For instance, an official recently resigned after posting a video that showed her making a hand gesture similar to Elon Musk. You know, now that's what, but it wasn't a Nazi. This is, yeah, you assholes. Meanwhile, a man in Florida reportedly lost his job after he made death threats. Well, all right then. This is far more serious than any of this. And slurs against a left-wing TikTok influencer, Mercedes, and claiming this is Florida. They don't fire us for this. Ha ha. And then he promptly got fired. I mean, if you gave a death threat, there's, on social media, the incidents have been referred to as fuck around, find out. Okay, so this is one of these New York Post things. Hey, wait. I don't really give a shit about this woman or the waiter. I want to make this about Trump. Is that right, Eleanor? Is that what you wanted to do? So anyway, she left a nasty note. You suck. And maybe she would have been all right if she just said that. You suck. And then she just left that part out, Yeah. Because, see, she profiled him as being an illegal alien. But in fact, he's a U.S. citizen. Yeah. Now, you can't make those broad-brushed assumptions. Yeah. Even though this article is making them about a good number of people. Certainly Elon Musk. But nevertheless, perhaps that's the lesson overall. Oh, well. So much for you. Oh, I didn't know it could do that. So, yeah, that'll be the next story. And that's the only drawing I'm going to do is those two. It's not letting me scroll the chat. Now I can't read chat. Jeez. Maybe if I jump out of it, jump back into it. Are you going to let me scroll? No. Okay. No, I don't want to pin it. I just want to scroll. All right. Geez, I apologize, but sometimes this thing freezes up. I think I'm out of my depth. I did that one. Only poo can prevent cancer. Yes. Stealth chaos. The alchemists were into this years and years ago. Yeah, it does sound like that. It's like, what was if you've got a wart, rub it with a potato and then bury the potato and the wart will go away. That kind of thing. I mean, that's better than swallowing, Stealth chaos, crazy incest couple, William and Meghan Markle. Really? Hell, maybe the waiter put poo-poo in her soup. Well, he was trying to save her life. Come on. Stupid Miss Lovins. Stealth chaos, Mac Lovins. Yeah. Pell Stealth chaos, LOL. Pass the gray poo-poo. Yes, pardon me, but would you perhaps have some gray poo-poo? Why, yes, I do. Stealth chaos at Pell. Where is that pesky karmic X? He says he is a Doug fan. He was here earlier, didn't he? Or, nope. Yeah, where is he? Karmic, where did you go? Damn it. Gray poo poo, Karmic X, Stealth Chaos. Is that MKE's sweetheart, Miss Lovins? I don't know. But she's got a lot of free time now, so maybe he should look into that, Stealth Chaos. I wonder if he's sleeping. He says he wanted to rest his voice. Getting old must be tough, LOL. It is. I can tell you that for sure. Stealth Chaos, quick, someone wake that drunk up. Well, he might need the sleep. Look, I understand that. I mess up my sleep and I miss out on Pat's show. See? There's a price to pay for that. Susan Dolan says, hail Joe Lamont. Stealth Chaos, he is my wayward red-headed stepchild, but you gotta love him. All right. Pell, if that's Mrs. Kill, she's not thinking of MKE as evidenced by the smile on her face. Uh-oh. Susan Dolan, hail Douglas Nelson. Hail, Susan Dolan. Pell, even if I was a jerk, I'm too much of a sissy to pull anything like this, to leave the note and stuff. mean, how bad was the service? I mean, they're saying that they were like, I guess, slammed, and so they had to wait a little much, longer. And still, it was like a bill that was over $80 or whatever. But I mean, for the most part, some of the crap I get at work, and I just I don't care. I don't go run to the manager, whatever. I mean, there's a couple of times I had to call the police because they were damaging property and that sort of stuff. But something like that, of being insulted and it happens all the time, But, not that some of those guys that could get fired because you got to have the job in the first place. Stealth Chaos, I would recognize that porcelain skin anywhere. I heard she is blowing dudes down at the local Proud Boys for $15. Stealth Chaos, Mazzy sure is sassy. Daddy like. Pale probably a liberal plant to make Trump followers look deranged. Yeah, well, that's the thing about New York Post. It's usually, it's not quite New York Daily News, but yeah, you got a few in there who not happy with the recent electoral results. Stealth Chaos, Aryan Queen. That sounds like a song. Aryan Queen. Stealth Chaos, draw them waxing each other. Oh, yeah. Well, that's. Yeah, the headline pretty much spoils the plot here. Susan Dolan, hail, Pell Ale. That's Diana. She's saying hi to everybody. Joe Lamont says hi as well. Stealth Chaos says hi. Pell Ale, hail, Dolan. How are you? Joe Lamont, one girl sensually holding a can of surf wax and the other holding a can of shoe wax. Yeah, I suppose. So, yes, here's the story. I'm best friends with my ex-husband's new wife. We're so close, we wax each other. A mom is best friends with her our ex-husband's new wife, and says they are so close they help each other wax. Haley Neal, 35, had been married to Josh Braswell, 37, for 6 years. When the couple decided they were better off as friends, they have 3 children together: Brody, Briley, and Brantley. And were determined to be good co-parents. When Morgan Braswell, 31, met Josh later that year, Haley was immediately open to letting a new woman into the family. Morgan and Josh tied the knot 8 years ago and now have 3 children together. Good Lord. Brooks, Brady, and Breyer. They want everyone to have the initials BB, I guess. Is that the joke? So this is wife number 1, and this is wife number 2. Yeah. We're going to go wax. Okay. Haley, who has since met her husband, Jason, 44, felt closer to Morgan when she became a mom, and now considers her best friend. The pals hang out together with their kids, say no topic of conversation is off limits, and Morgan even waxes Haley. Oh, wow. I don't trust anyone to wax me but Morgan. I'm the best. So, strangers online even comment on how similar they look, saying Josh clearly has a type. They don't look alike. They have the same hairstyle, but not really. Yeah, I'm thinking wife number 2 kind of wins out, But it's all right. Haley, a brand manager at a bank from Magnolia, Arkansas, in the United States, apparently, said it's rare for us to go a day without seeing each other. I talk to her more than any of my friends. We have so much in common. So there's her new family. I'm guessing these are the two kids from the first marriage, and this is the new child with this guy she married. So there you go. Just look, let's hurry up and get this over with so I can go be with Morgan. She she waxes me. That's how comfortable we are. Well, they think they look alike, so they had to compare. Morgan, a teacher, said, "We talk about anything. We talk about problems. Anything." People flip out because we look alike. You really don't. It makes it fun. Everyone says he has a type, but it's actually them that have the type. When Haley and Josh, a loader at a refinery, separated in June 2014, she was determined to be a healthy blended family. After coming from a split family herself, Haley said, "That's my main motivation." So anyway, there's Josh, I guess. And so again, the two kids. So that must be the two kids from the original marriage. And then, good Lord, new wife had four. With so they're contributing to the population and all that. So anyway, my parents won't be in the same room. We were meant to be friends. We got pregnant and rushed to get married. When we separated, we became friends again. Oh, well, that's nice. Morgan met Josh in November 2014. Boy, it didn't. Are you sure he met afterwards through Snapchat, as she was friends with his cousin, and her name popped up on his account. Morgan said, "He Snapchatted me and thought I was cute. And that's all it took." Then she saw his ex-wife and was like, "Oh, yeah." After the first time I hung out with him, I left for Disneyland, and he said, "We're going to take the kids there one day." Okay. Morgan and Josh quickly hit it off, and Haley was immediately welcoming. Haley said, "It wasn't like I still wanted the marriage. She didn't split up our marriage. Well, we never disliked each other." Morgan added, "I was the other woman in her kid's life. I gave her props. I took her youngest daughter to get her ears pierced, and she didn't care." Well, okay, so there you go. The kids with their two mommies. Stepmoms dream of this. They do? All right. The pals became even closer 5 years ago when Morgan's eldest, Brooks, was a toddler. Haley said, "When she became a mom, there was something different." Well, yeah. "I feel like she understood me. We had this connection. I started to be more comfortable with her. It was a really cool experience for me. My kids had a sibling. It was cool for me to, okay, the kids, everyone's having a great time. And boy, they really do like being together. We make a good match." Yeah, look, they're going to divorce their husbands and move in together. I mean, this is going to happen. Okay, well, let's see. I guess whatever. I'll figure it out. So, oh boy, what a lovely story. At least there isn't a civil war going on. But boy, I tell you that she waxes me. It's almost like a lyric from a song. And she waxes me. Well, anyway, Stealth Chaos, I hope the one on the right is the ex. She was. Look. I mean, well. Stealth Chaos says he traded up. Well, it's the blue eyes, right? I've had numerous exes be friends with numerous others, but I never pulled a threesome of them. Off, yeah. Well, one, what I don't think that's going to happen either. I think it's these two, you know, Kayla and April used to wax too before Aaron put the kibosh to it all. Well, that, he just ruins everything, doesn't he? See, why can't you be more like Josh? Stealth Chaos. I like a little hair to pull. Yeah, okay. Stealth Chaos, Karate Kid type shit. Good Lord. Stealth Chaos, his type is dumb broad / bimbo. Possibly. Pale Stealth Chaos, hair on the head to pull can be sexy, but not on the legs. Well, yes. So, she's performing a service, that I'm sure her new husband appreciates as well. So, Stealth Chaos, Pale, I am talking landing strip or Hitler mustache. Yeah, those are the options. But and I think some of that's making a comeback, I just saying. For a while, it there was Bush, there was triangle, then there was landing strip, then Hitler mustache, and then nothing for a good while, Pale LOL at Stealth Chaos. Stealth Chaos, Douglas Nelson after dark. Well, yeah. Stealth Chaos, Douglas waxing lyrical. Yes. Could put that in the AI song generator. And she waxes me. Yeah. Oh, the possibilities. Well, speaking of mothers, we'll conclude with this strange, if not disturbing, story. I'm a mom of 2, but only one baby is real. Trolls say I'm crazy. I wonder why. For raising a doll. But I love him. All right. I think you don't need to do that. For Maddie, being a teen mom of 2 tots is child's play. Mostly because one of her kids is plastic. Dolling up and doting on a newborn became a labor of love for the 19-year-old when she first welcomed human daughter Ophelia nearly 2 years ago. But as her in real life infant transformed into a toddler, the Gen Z mommy missed those precious moments of caring for a bun fresh out of the oven. So she scrapped together some dough and bought a baby doll. Well, there you go. Because she's very infantilized herself mentally, and she just wants some toys. Well, that explains that. There's Maddie with. So, which one's the real one? Which one? Can you guess? I don't know. This is probably a promo, so they're probably both fake. I don't know why they say Maddie. That's not her. Unless she dyed her hair blonde, and she doesn't have the booger ring in her nose. So anyway, Reborn Doll. That's the company. So you can get your. Oh, geez, that almost looks like a horror movie thing. Jesus. I've got 2 babies, and only one is real. Maddie from the UK said in a TikTok snippet via Truly TV. Well, it's on TikTok. Anyway, detailing her life as a young parent to a person and a plaything. The brunette's son, Forrest, so she named it and everything, is a reborn doll. Why do they call it reborn? I don't know. That's creepy in and of itself. Little bundles of faux joy, Forrest and his ilk are handcrafted, hype-realistic works of art, boasting physical features eerily similar to those of flesh and blood babies. The pseudo-sweethearts often come complete with lifelike skin made of silicone, twinkling eyes, a head full of luscious locks. Really? And eye-popping price tags. Well, okay. Specialty dolls, customized numbers built with the abilities to coo and crawl, can reportedly run customers upwards of $25,000. And she's a teenage mother. And, uh, hmm. Denise Hall, a 37-year-old doll artist from Wales, hawks her handmade babes for more than $4,000. Her clientele is mostly comprised of grieving women who've experienced miscarriage, infertility, or child. Jeez. Uh, hmm. However, a handful of reborn mothers, such as Kelly White, 28, a content creator from Long Island, simply can't afford to have real children right now. Jeez. So I just want to play with a doll. And you're a content creator, so you play with the doll in the videos, I suppose. Anyway, so for wannabe mommies of big broods like the New Yorker, who breastfeeds her tribe of 8 doll babies, and Maddie purchasing pretend pups is the most economically sound alternative. Not really for Maddie. She has an actual child, and now she's spending time doting on a piece of plastic, and she's 19 years old with a new baby, and she's gonna spend that amount of money on a toy. Maddie explained to Truly TV that the cost of welcoming a second child would be stressful on her wallet. And it still was. I mean, it doesn't continue, of course, but, Forrest has become a budget-friendly addition to her little family. I mean, that's an expensive doll, He arrived in the mail with a birth certificate declaring his date of birth and birth weight, and came dressed in baby gear, stitched with the sweet little saying, "I love my mummy." But she insists that her baby boy is not a toy. Boy, this is sounding serious. Again, they say this is Maddie. Come on, that's stock. Yeah, all right, it's stock. Okay, I was about to say that's her daughter, and that's the fake baby. Anyway, the girl's got to compete with a plastic doll. "They are not toys. They are not meant for children," said Maddie. Well, you're a child mentally. Who's found herself in a firestorm of flack from Reborn critics online. "Artists make them and they are collectibles, so I'm not playing." Well, I wish you were, I mean, these statements just make it worse, I mean, social media trolls have scolded the mom of multiples. She's not a mom of multiples. She's a mom of one child, labeling her crazy and weird for dressing, cuddling, and catering to a doll, tasks she typically takes on once. You mean at one time she did with Ophelia, now 18 months old. Pooh, she's past her prime, is asleep. So while the daughter is sleeping, she sneaks away to play with her toy baby. "People just don't get it." That's right, they don't. She said of her haters, "People judge me for having a reborn and a real baby. They think I'm not giving my daughter enough attention. Of that, I favor him over attention." Okay. You favor the plastic boy over your real life daughter, which I definitely do not do that. I wait till she's sound asleep. Anyway, and she isn't fearful that Ophelia might soon become jealous of her make-believe baby bro. Obviously, he didn't real, and she knows that. Do you know that? I mean, I don't think she said it that way. I think New York Post, get your act together. Jeez. Said Maddie, and I don't worry about it. No, because you're worried about yourself and your needs. I don't really, I don't really chose to spend, you mean, I didn't really choose to spend time with him over because, oh my God. Oh, geez. So she's saying, I don't really spend all that much time with him. I just do it for the videos. You understand? I'm a content creator, stupid. And her daughter's her main priority. Well, we can hope that's the case. I wonder what the comments say. Leonard Undefined says mental illness. More than likely, yes. Maddie explained to Truly TV that the cost of welcoming a second child would be stressful on her wallet. Red Dawn Undefined says, you spent $25K on a doll. And Aunt G 2016. Wellness check on the real baby. Yeah, I would think so. And probably she just thought, hey, this will make for some cool videos, and that's the totality of it. But I don't know, her comments, all a bit disturbing, I'm afraid. Don't know who these people are. Anyway, well, there we go. How about that? Does a baby doll make up for the real thing? I don't know. But apparently some of them, I guess, I think it actually said she spent I don't know. They said some of them can come as cheap as $4,000. I think the 25K ones are the ones that can crawl around and coo. So, could be that. Maybe she got the $4,000 one, Stealth Chaos says I started a trend with waxing lyrical. Yeah. Stealth Chaos, there was Bush, and then there was Bush Jr., maybe? Stealth Chaos, Ophelia is a really beautiful name. Yeah, it is. It hasn't been used in a while. It's better than, what was it, Brantley or something? So, yeah, Ophelia is a good name. Yeah, but that's... Anyway, best of luck to you, Ophelia. I hope things work out with your mom there, Is Dad around? Pell, she's still a kid herself. Yes, that's obviously the problem there, Pell, she can sue the father for child support for 2 kids. Yes, I'm a mother with 2 babies to feed. Huh? Joe Lamont, a head full of smoked salmon. Locks? Pell doesn't sound like a healthy cope. No, it really doesn't. Stealth Chaos, the way Doug says baby is a joy. Yes. So it's kind of, it's almost like I got to concentrate now to say baby, Stealth Chaos, Mazzy. So you think Mazzy might be interested in these dolls? Stealth Chaos, they are Devo. Plaidcore, we are all Devo. I'm through being cool. We're through being cool. Stealth Chaos, I am Mark Mothersbaugh in particular. All right. Pell, the doll doesn't cry. That's her favorite. Yeah, see, I'm thinking she did get the cheap one that doesn't make noise. I mean, I would hope so, because she says she doesn't play with it until her daughter's asleep. She says, she won't get jealous. She knows it's not real. It's like, you wait till she's asleep. And there's already a problem. And she's just a baby herself, making her share attention with a lifeless thing. Yeah, this is one of those situations where Ophelia is going to end up being the mother to her mother. That one of those things. It happens. It happens a lot. Anyway, Plaidcore, I'll be your brother, the drummer. Stealth Chaos, send Ophelia down the river. Oh, God. Pell, is there a condition called shaken plastic doll syndrome when mom finally snaps? Well, let's hope it's, the plastic baby. you know. Plaidcore, I bet she feeds them at the, oh my God. Do you think so? You think she's, yeah. Oh, geez. Well, I imagine that would have to be the 25K model that's fully automated to be able to, you know. Stealth Chaos, Doug, you need to do a portrait of David Johansen in his New York Dolls prompt RIP. I am not familiar with David Johansen. Plaid Core at Pell. She might the crying sounds herself. Oh, she might make the crying sound. Yeah, where she's playing with the bibby. Plaid Core might make. Yeah. Plaid Core DARPA baby or DARPA bibby. Stealth Chaos. Someone please buy MKE a blonde, I guess, sex doll and make him get off the internet. Jeez. Is it really that serious? Plaidcore, creepy as fuck. Now, there's the thing. See, if I find more stories like this, instead of calling this later as fuck or early as fuck or whatever it is, it could be a special episode dedicated to the creepy shit. But the thing is, almost all of Nailsin News is like that. So, but anyway, good call. Plaidcore would love to meet the parents. Yeah, I know. You probably can only meet one. I suspect one of them is not in the picture. Not necessarily because they're no longer with us. They just weren't around, you know? You know the story. Yeah, grandparents, right. The grandparents, you know. Stealth Chaos, meet the fuckers. Joe Lamont, is there also a plastic husband? See, that'll be the next thing. That's what she's. My bibis needs a father figure. So she orders a plastic, you know, giant Ken doll. Except probably a little more correct than Ken. Stealth Chaos, they make plastic baby dolls that die if you don't take care of them. Featured on Fish Tank Live regularly. Good Lord. Yeah, we really are in the end times, you know. Everyone's insane. Except me, of course. Joe Lamont. David Johansen was the guy who had an alter ego as Buster Point. Oh, yeah. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, I took too long talking about all this because I got to really study up on imagery and whatnot. But yeah, I did hear that. Hot with the huge pop. Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace. Boy, yeah, that happened very recently, like about the same time as Gene Hackman and all that. So, yeah. And then the Buffy girl, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer girl, didn't even know, you know, all of a sudden, because she wasn't even 40, was she? Or something like, yeah. Anyway, Pell LOL, MKE will still be drunk and complain about the sex doll. She doesn't talk. And look, he's got to get through this soon, right? I mean, still chaos at Joe Lamont. He was in the Scrooged, right? The taxi driver, yeah. Yes, I do get the reference. Once he Buster Poindexter driver. Oh yeah, okay. Stealth Chaos at Pell L. At this point, Mazzy may as well be a plastic doll since she is stuffed in MKE's oh my God. Come on, that can't be. Plaidcore, I thought Mazzy had red hair in the ocean now, or Rochester, Michigan, even worse. I don't really know anything about Mazzy. I knew Mazzy Star. Pell L at Stealth Chaos, he allows her out when she's tied to a chair, and he makes I guess her watch him play video games. Huh. Well, couples have their things that they do, and that's between them. Stealth Chaos at Pell L, while he bashes himself in the face live on MLC. Jeez, he still does MLC, because I had boy, he does need an intervention, I suspect. Uh, that's just too much abuse for him to handle. You know. Stealth Chaos. Mazzy has suffered a sea change to something rich and strange. Oh, well, these things happen. Yeah, yeah. Well, we can always hope things get better. That's all you can do. They they might for a while, but then of course you get old and die anyway. So I don't know what to tell you. Just try to enjoy what you can and while you can. That's really all there is. I don't know what else there is to say. I really don't. All right, let me see what I got. Uh, yeah, I don't really want to draw the incest couple. But boy, the story does sound familiar. I might already have something about the stepmom, and that she really does have that wicked. Oh, she isn't the stepmom. He's the stepdad. She's the actual mother. Good Lord. What the hell? You know? Why couldn't they get a plastic doll or something? Jesus Christ. Uh, okay. Well, we're all here for the best friends. So, oh, wait. Let me go ahead and minimize so I can see what I'm doing and see the chat. Maybe. Don't know. Still kind of hard. Well, I'll get to it when I can. But so, of course, I got to just imagine. Let's see. Um, uh, the two ladies. Uh, they spend a lot of time together. And it's quality time. They uh, they share everything, and it's a beautiful thing. The husband thinks so, especially when he's allowed to watch. Uh, Look, I'm sure they're just decent ladies, and the main concern was to keep everything civil and nice for the sake of the kids, and and then it just blossomed into this lovely romance that they had. And you know how it goes. Uh, Women tend to outlive their husbands, and that's going to be a lonely time. And these two, all they're going to have is each other. So might as well just go ahead and get that going. Um, and apparently the husbands are fine with it. So I don't know if this ends up being a Minnesota thing. I suppose it's possible. But at that point, I don't know that you can say, look, doing it for the kids. So that we really got to like each other a lot. And I don't know, I guess it kind of got out of hand. But, these things happen. And that's life. And you don't want families to fall apart. That's the main thing. So whatever it takes. So if your wives, if your wife and your ex-wife want to scissor on occasion, why not? Yeah. So I mean, I guess if later on she finds out, well, actually the Snapchat started much earlier. Like, well, wait a minute, we were still OMG. He's like, well, yeah, the interest in staying with you. kind of faded when I saw Morgan in my cousin's you know Snapchat group or whatever the hell it was. Um, she's like, "It cheated on me," and he's like, "No, no, just via Snapchat, so it's fine." So I don't know, would that kind of ruin the trust? 'Cause, I mean, she's saying I didn't really like him. We just hooked up, and then I got pregnant. Twice, and then we were kind of stuck. And it's like, look, if we stay together, we're gonna hate each other, and that's not good for the kids. And so they decided to go their separate ways. And then, like, well, a couple of months later, he gets remarried. So although the kids he has with the new wife are very young. I don't know, maybe a couple of them are twins or something. I don't know. But the kids the previous wife has that I don't know that because she had the two kids she had with the first husband. Then she's in the picture with her current husband, and she there's like a younger daughter there in that picture, and I thought, oh, that must be the kid she's had with the new husband. But the problem is, the daughter is a bit older than the kids the new wife has. You know, so I don't know if the younger daughter was like the last child she had with her previous husband, and the new husband is just doesn't. She didn't have any with him. Oh, well, it's one of those mysteries that I'm not going to bother with at all. But I mean, boy, he really took to the new wife a lot, and nothing against Haley. I'm sure she's a nice lady and everything, but well, that new wife, jeez, she's well, I mean, I get it. It's just. But hey, we got to make everything civil. I don't want there to be any arguments and fights and stuff. How can I? How am I going to ingratiate myself with my husband's ex-wife? I mean, I have to because they share children, and I want to be a good stepmom and all this stuff. I want to do the ear piercings, and I don't want my doing the ear piercing pissing off the child's actual mom. I don't want to overstep my boundaries. So how can I win her over? I know. I'll wax her. And Haley was so moved by the waxing. She's like, wow, nobody's ever done that for me before. Oh, and then, it was love at first wax, you know, and there you go. A romance was born. I mean, sure, it sounds like a plot from, the old Cinemax Friday night movies, but, well, to each their own, I suppose. Yeah, they do. Both do have. Now that I study this, to into this jaw that makes a V at the end there, um, and then of course the same hairdo or dye job. Uh, then it's like, what if What if Haley's husband, in the middle of and calls her Morgan? Oof, boy, that would be a problem, I would think. But she would blame him. And I mean, look, I'm assuming Morgan's not actually in the room, so or maybe she is. Um, but it's like I don't know, why did this even become a story? I mean, they just thought, isn't that interesting? They get along. I mean, not really, but then, well, all right, you get along. Sometimes it happens. Usually it doesn't. Uh, oh, did I tell you I wax her? Oh, so then that it says, well, we've got a story now. So that's and I'm not at all intimidated by the fact that her boobs are bigger than mine. I mean, actually, Haley's looks like she's got the bigger rack. So they each have their own, uh, or shit. What am I doing? Items to add into the overall deal. Yeah. Oh, anyway, she was wife number two. She was wife number one, and she needed a waxing. I've never done this before. Don't worry, I'll guide you through it. So there you go. Because then, like the camera zooms in as she's pulling the wax off. That kind of thing. We share everything. Well, later on, we find out the husband's, and Josh helps me out. Huh. Hmm. Sometimes I'm self conscious about my back hair. Yeah. So I strip down, and Josh takes care of that for me. Then, of course, the manscape, I got to put that to use, so he helps me out with that too. Now, that's a best friend there. Hey, getting a little overgrowth down below, gonna need a little help there, buddy. All right, let me get on down there, trim those hedges. It's a relationship one didn't know could exist. That's next time on Swappers. Tonight on TLC. All right. I guess this one. Where's the cool pen? Oh, there's our girls. this will make for the thumbnail. I mean, Morgan looks like a model or a movie star. You know? I mean, who could resist Morgan? I felt some trepidation, but I could see her standing there with all the waxing materials, and how could I say no? Just one wax. That's all it took. But it's okay. It's just them girls, you know? That, that, a little of this, a little bit of that. Yay. 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 Um, and I don't know. I don't know if she would open up like a spa or whatever you call it. It says, "Hey, I'm pretty. Take it from my best friend. I'm really good at waxing." And then this begins to damage the relationship because she's like, "I thought that was special between us." You know, she's just like waxing every broad in town now. It's like, it's okay, Haley. I don't do the happy endings for them. Well, yeah. So you say. Are you accusing me? And then, oh boy. Then Josh has got to be like, well, I'm hurting too. I don't like it when they fight. Oops. Yeah, okay. Now we'll fix it that way. And we'll just let the hair correct the mistake. Oh crap, I didn't do the other hand for her. Well, it's somewhere. Anyway, so for the sake of I am on YouTube, I just realized. So we'll see. There's a bra, and it's fine. There's a bra. There's a bra. There's a bra. There's a bra covering up the boobs. And oh yeah, the panties. Uh, see, these lacy things. Lacy things. Doo 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 doo. She wears lacy things. Doo doo doo. There, see, it's solved. Just like that. Hmm. There's no one talks him into posing for these pictures. It'll be a real funny thing. Come on. I don't know, Gigglety. Ah, come on. So they do it. But look, they're just doing the best they can to keep everything civil, and it's for the best. You don't want to be those type of people who just thrive on the conflict all the time. And you know them. Everybody knows the type. And these ladies found a way through their love of bikini wax. One likes to do it. The other one likes to have it done to her. So I'm guessing, like, I guess that makes Haley the bottom. I, I don't know how that works. And come on, I'm just playing around. I just like to draw pretty girls. That's all it is. It's not like I left a message on a receipt saying you should be deported. uh, here we go. Uh, Bop, bop, bebop, chrome, chrome, bop, bop, bebop. Alrighty. Yay, yay, yay. All the pencil out of it. Jeez, it really is shaking the whole desk. Alright, you know what the ladies say, if the desk is knocking, or the desk is rocking, don't come a knocking. Alright. Okay. Good enough, I suppose. All right. Okay. I'll read some chat and then take a little break when I put it into the Photoshop. Yes. Yes. Jeez, got a lot of chat here. Where? Mazzy, I read that one. Hello, poor Doug has to read our BS. I'm LOLing. Yeah, well. Nodak, his body is now cold, cold, cold. Stealth Chaos, I tried to intervene, but the fucker blocked me. Oh. Well, he's probably not in a very good mood these days, you know? So, it's sad, but what are you going to do? Stealth Chaos, Pell pretty fine BS, though. Okay. Joe Lamont, you need to team up with Daz Watches and Fluffy Talks and talk about these crazy stories. So they do stories like these? Yeah. Joe Lamont, draw a plastic chair and a plastic cup and a plastic bag and a plastic jug. Plastic incest. I thought about putting Josh sitting in the background, but nah. Stealth Cast, I want to see some X-rated waxing action, Douglas. Yeah, well, that'll get the channel taken down. So, you know, already rubbing up against the border here. So, Joe Lamont, the crazy thing is, Pell says, Joe Lamont, the crazy thing is there are so many more crazy stories out there. World is a weird place. I'm afraid so. Stealth Chaos at Joe Lamont. Plastic trees, Radiohead. Joe Lamont. Their kids will be a plastic fork and a plastic cup. Good Lord. Joe Lamont. Their favorite kid was a real card. A credit to the family. Stealth Chaos at Joe Lamont. Fake plastic trees, radio. Right. Look, I can't play the piano like Pat can, so there's really not much I can do about that. But tell you what, remember that and see if Pat will play it on his Latest fuck show. Stealth Chaos, we all come here for the Nailsin breasticles. Stealth Chaos, the breast in the business. I wonder if that would be like the logo to her waxing shop, you know. Joe Lamont, their other kids had an inferiority complex. They felt like microplastic. Look, these ladies don't have the plastic kids. You're confusing her with the crazy girl from Britain, you know. Stealth Chaos, I like to keep abreast of the news with Nailsin. Yeah, you know, you can never have too many breasts. Joe Lamont, Stealth Chaos, you only think of keeping abreast. But in this story, you get 4. That's true. That's right. It's always nice to see breasts together. Stealth Chaos, Joe Lamont, a breast in the hand is worth 2 in a bush. Yeah. Joe Lamont, this is keeping me up later than DC. Plaidcore chat feed on the video filtered tits. Okay. The Pell internet went down was saying I wouldn't mind them scissoring, just not ganging up and talking crap about me. Stealth Chaos, it's been keeping me up for the last 15 minutes, but I cannot hold it much longer. Hurry up, Doug. Oh, sorry. Pell, does he leave the seat up for you too? I see why you left the I mean, this is eventually going to happen. The stage is already set. Stealth Chaos, good old Doug is oblivious of the sexual carnage he is creating. Hey, it wasn't my idea. It was theirs. Pell, 2 soccer moms high on wine and painkillers. Yeah, well, that's the beginning of a plot. Stealth Chaos, Pell says, Stealth Chaos, the sexual carnage started with oil. All that poop talk. Well, that was to save people from cancer. Stealth Chaos, you know, don't poo-poo the poo-poo. Stealth Chaos, 2 wine moms high. Okay, another. And high on soccer and killer pain. Well, that's. Plaidcore, replace the wine with makers, and I'm down. Stealth Chaos at Pell, I started gooning right around then. Good Lord. Pell, I think we all work. Oh my God. Stealth Chaos, do you touch the like button with those hands? Stealth Chaos, it shouldn't be allowed. That's right. Stealth Chaos, oh Doug, that sexy voice. No, Doug keeps waxing poetically about this story. It's the proper thing to do, I would think. Pell broke back manscaping. Yeah, is that what the 2 husbands do? I ain't drawing that one. Stealth Chaos, Doug sure can spin a yarn. Joe Lamont, waxing Matilda. Won't you wax Matilda with me? It would be hilarious if they're. Plaidcore broke cunt canyon. Well, more like waxed. Pell, LOL. Joel Lamont, what's the next step after waxing each other? Caulking each other? Could be. Stealth Chaos, funny fucking stuff, guys. Stealth Chaos at Joe Lamont. I got Tom Waits singing that in my head right now. Pell, Doug is drawing them scissoring. Well, about to. I mean, just to be safe, I kept the panties on. But I guess they haven't gotten to the waxing just yet, you know. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, I heard that scissoring is a myth, but Doug is making a believer out of me. No, I've seen it happen in movies. Joe Lamont, I waxed a girl and I liked You know, Morgan does kind of resemble Katy Perry. So, I waxed a girl and I liked it. Stealth Chaos, Doug, can you do that scene from Requiem from a Dream next? I don't think I saw Requiem for a Dream. Was that the Robin Williams movie? So I'd have to see it, you know. Plaidcore Katy Perry. Stealth Chaos, pussy galore. Oh, yes. That could be the name of the spa, Joe Lamont at Plaidcore, right. Stealth Chaos, Jesus, Doug, keep it PG. Well, I did. They're wearing underwear. It's perfectly fine. Plaidcore, LOL. Stealth Chaos, Barbara Bush. Nodak, they could open their own salon, call it Wax Shepherd, have Dax Shepherd be the celebrity to endorse it. Yeah. Joe Lamont, if your baby leaves you and you need a new thing to do, go down and wax your friend in the Waxworks Hotel. Joe Lamont, wax me, wax me, wax me. Oh. LOL, they wax each other's turtles. Know what I'm saying? Yes. Nodak, or neither hide nor nair. Joe Lamont waxing in the night, exchanging types of wax and shoe shine. Plaidcore, lather me up, wax me down. Stealth Chaos, Doug will get a shock when he sees the havoc he has wreaked on the psyches of his chatters. It's actually, I'm not shocked at all. Pell cracks and wax is a great time indeed. Plaidcore, indeed. Joe Lamont, that incest family from earlier should have just stuck to waxing each other. They might not be in jail now. You mean the couple, right? I mean, now, to be, to be fair, never mind that. He did say he had a lot of fat. So how you really got to figure out a way to prop that up to be able to do a proper waxing. So it would have been quite a challenge. But it would have been a better thing for them to engage in instead of, assaulting their daughter. Hell, Doug is not going full power by making the boobies bigger. Well, they're kind of meshed together. And then I put the bras on. Nodak, here she goes. There she goes again. Pell, those two people look like they are the product of incest. I don't know. Joe Lamont, wait. Are these two Hillary and KK? Plaidcore, LOL at Nodak. Stealth Chaos, hair today, gone tomorrow. Pell, if the desk is knocking, Josh ain't around. Yeah, he's, what was he, a loader at the refinery? Nodak, look for the hair necessities. Plaidcore, the penitentiary. Penitentiary. Yeah, well, penitentiary as well. Stealth Chaos, he said rubbing. Yes, I did. Saint Ranger. Hi, Saint Ranger. Hi, Doug. Howdy, everyone. Plaidcore says, hey, Saint Ranger. Saint Ranger says, hi, Plaidcore. Ass to ass. Yeah, that is an option. Yeah. I mean, they got to air it out after the waxing, because, that stings. And wax to wax, yes. Wax to wax. Well, that's coming soon. Nodak, stacks of wax, a salon vinyl store. Could be. Yeah. Came for the vinyl. Stayed for the wax. All right. If it'll let me get to it. I'll have to take the break. What do I have here? Don't want to play that one. I don't even remember this one. Florida teacher did what? Probably had, relations with a student. So it's one of those from Nelson News. So I'll play that and then try to hurry up and get back to do the Photoshop coloring of our best friends here. They're just good friends. Yeah, this is what good friends do. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Florida teacher exchanged lewd text and sent nudes to underage student. Hello, I'm Mr. Nailsin. Chase Crabb, that's right. His name was Chase Crabb. 23 was the suspect of a criminal complaint filed in Polk County on January 21st, which prompted an investigation into his activities with a 16-year-old student. In a statement, the Polk County Sheriff's Office said that Crabb met the unnamed girl in December 2023 when he was a substitute teacher at Haines City High School. They reportedly struck up conversations over email before progressing to social media and text. Police said that once the girl, who was 15 years old at the time, told Crabb that she'd broken up with her boyfriend, their communications took a tawdry turn. According to the information provided to the press by the sheriff's office, Crabb and the girl communicated over TikTok, Discord, and Instagram, as well as texting on their phones. Over the course of a year, from December 2023 to December 2024, Crabb allegedly sent sexually explicit messages to the girl, including photos of his crotch. He also allegedly asked her to send him nude photos of herself and attempted to convince her to have sex with him. The text that Crabb allegedly sent to the girl alluded to his knowledge that what he was doing was inappropriate, such as, is it wrong for me to be sexually attracted to a minor? Who said that? He also allegedly stated his preference for underage girls, saying, "Nah, 'cause they won't be interesting adult females. It's more fun to groom." According to reporting by local news outlet Four Corner Sun, the girl told her mother this month about the sexually explicit messages she was receiving from Crabb, whom she called Mr. Chase. After the complaint was filed on January 21st, an investigation by the Florida Department of Children and Families and the Polk County Sheriff's Office ensued, which resulted in an arrest warrant. Crabb was arrested on January 22nd and booked to the Polk County Jail, where he remains held without bond. He was charged with 2 felonies: transmission of harmful material to a minor and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Crabb last worked at Haines High School in March 2024. Four Corner Sun reported that he was a temporary employee who worked through Kelly Services, which terminated Crabb due to inactivity. Polk County Public Schools never received a complaint about Crabb engaging in inappropriate behavior with students. After making his initial court appearance on January 23rd, Crabb was ordered to stay away from minor children and to abstain from using electronic devices with access to the internet. Well, at least the young girl had enough sense to finally tell her mother that she was being chased by Mr. Chase. This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. Who killed Buddy the rabbit? So we've got a dead rabbit, and as the gravedigger's burying it, he notices it's got a broken neck. How'd that happen? One word: homicide. Why would anyone kill Buddy? Seems this Buddy the rabbit lived with quite a few people in that house there. First of all, you got Rob Saul.
No, I wouldn't hurt that little bunny. I mean, my daughter loved that rabbit. I wouldn't have anything to do with that.
I don't know what to make of this guy. I mean, right off the bat, I assumed he was gay. Turns out, though, that his alibi was that he was up all night for about 8 hours talking to some Felicia Fierce lady. And yet, he claims he's not in love with her.
Look, just because I talk to her a lot and I want to have sex with her all the time and I just want to be with her, that's not being in love. Come on, no.
If you can figure this guy out, you're a smarter man than I am. Then there's Ileana.
No, I didn't do it. When that was supposed to happen, I was occupied with a man. 'Cause I cannot pleasure myself, you know? I mean, that's what men are for anyway.
Now that's a likely story. But then again, what kind of psychosis is going on where you never pleasure yourself? Yeah, I gotta keep my eye on this one. Finally, we've got Maya.
That's got guilty written all over it. The homicide investigation takes hard work and plenty of experience. Luck hardly has anything to do with it. And speaking of luck, look at poor Buddy. He had 4 rabbit feet. And look where that got him. In a hole in the backyard, that's where. Who killed Buddy? Tonight on Investigation Discovery.
Sometimes I feel fat and unattractive. But then I go shop at Walmart, where the average customer is at least 400 pounds, and I'm nowhere near in that ballpark, so I feel great. Thank you, Walmart.
Yes, Walmart, where you can simply look around and feel better about yourself. Unless, of course, you're a regular. This is your ass. This is your ass in prison. Any questions? This has been a public service announcement reminding you that if you do the crime, you will do the time. Hard time.
Teenage gang debs. They all talk, fight, and love just one way. Dirty. They're as mean and vicious as the cement jungle they live in. Teenage gang debs, the go-go girls who go too far. Kick-happy, thrill-hungry, always reckless, and willing. From backroom binges to back alley rumbles, anything goes. As long as it's violent. They respect no law but the code of the gang and swear their allegiance in blood. Underage, oversexed, girls who won't take no for an answer. Teenage gang debs.
Teenage doll is not a pretty picture. It can't be pretty and still be true, packed with shocking realities of what is happening today. In your city, your town, your neighborhood, thousands of young girls are becoming teenage dolls.
So after all these years of playing footsie, you finally decided to play ball. Poor little Janet. Always wanted to move uptown, but never had enough guts to do anything about it. Shut up. So now she's going to go, but she don't want to admit to her kid sister.
Girls who learn the naked facts of life too young, too soon, and the hard way. Hellcats in tight pants, running in packs, hunting down any girl who dares defy their jungle code.
Just clue me in on what happened. How, when, and why.
You said I could always come to you anytime, Phil. But I was a new kind of girl for you, and that you'd fight the world if it was against me. Because the whole world is against me. I killed Nan Baker.
All right, we gotta get you out of town. Way out.
Fear-ridden, girls become captives of teenage hoodlums. Thrill-hungry sensation seekers.
You may as well get ready, doll, to make the whole scene.
Well, you should have heard that coming. Having some technical difficulties, so I couldn't. I don't know. They probably got a reboot, and then it will recognize the scanner and all that crap. But so I just got the old phone out and took a picture of the artwork, and we'll have to go with that. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'll maybe make sure it's showing up. I got a presentation. We don't want to see the camera no more. All right, there they are. That should work. That should work. It took forever to get over there, so I guess I gotta see here. What's the last one? Wax to Wax. Yeah, I did that one. Nodak Stack Some Wax. The Salon Vinyl Store did that one. Hey, St. Ranger, says Bill L. Joe Lamont. Of Mice and Wax. Gone with the Wax. The Wax strikes back. Tit Waxic. St. Ranger says hi. Plaidcore Ass to Ass was the scene in Requiem for a Dream. Ass to Ass. Stealth Chaos nailed the sin button. Well, I guess so. Plaidcore LOL. Pell Crab's got the herpes. Or the herps, yeah. More than likely. Pell he looks like he can use a wax. Well, Plaidcore, the crabs gave me herpes, I swear. Pell he tried to poke. Yes, he did. Nodak LOL, that House of Wax movie that came out around 2000s while whole marketing campaign was, hey, do you want to see Paris Hilton get knocked off? Watch this. Oh. I didn't know she was in that. Stealth Chaos, at least it was only a minor offense. Yeah. Liam killed the rabbit. He ate that poor thing alive. Good Lord. Plaidcore, Rob's voice is spot on. Well, no, I don't sound like that. Stealth Chaos, think about all the work that goes into these and then KB farting out his latest MLC. Makes you weep. Yeah, well. Sorry, you're a tough guy, huh? Is that tough guy? Plaidcore, rabbit sushi for Liam's fat ass. See, I'm not even getting this. Liam ate a rabbit? Plaidcore, truth be, Stealth Chaos, Kev needs to retire. Stealth Chaos at Plaidcore, but he is the best of the worst. Well, I guess that's something, huh? Pell, yeah, no way his show and KB are in the same league. Stealth Chaos, you never go broke appealing to the lowest common denominator. Why, what are you saying? Plaidcore, also true, Stealth Chaos. Plaidcore, more truth, Pell. Stealth Chaos. Pell, are you names after Superman's dad, or am I way off? Yeah, he's part of the Superman family. Stealth Chaos. Doug's podcast is a hotbed of filth. Well, look, it's the stories. I'm just telling the stories. Susan Dolan, hey Doug, does the crab guy also work at Disney World? Yeah. He was a substitute teacher. So you start there. So I don't know, but he's going to be doing time for a while. Pell and Stealth Chaos. I'm Jor-El's illegitimate son, Superman's brother, LOL. Stealth Chaos at Pell. It's been keeping me up at nights for the last few weeks. Stealth Chaos, no smoking on the bed, please. Stealth Chaos, the hard way. Stealth Chaos, see what they did there? Stealth Chaos at Pell, I thought you were Mexican. Stealth Chaos, captives of teenage Islamist grooming gangs. Well, I guess that would be the remake. Pell at Stealth Chaos, LOL, 100% French Canadian, but born here. Stealth Chaos at Pell, potato. Plaidcore LL, Pell, Stealth Chaos, true, technically, a snow Mexican. Wow. Stealth Chaos at Pell, I like you what? Pell, Stealth Chaos, we break open pinatas with hockey sticks. Well, that would work. It would. I mean, I've never tried, but Piñata. Jeez, this is really low reds. Damn it, why did the scanner have to go and poop the bed? I mean, how else am I going to celebrate this lovely romance that came about out of the collapse of a marriage, you know? And yet these ladies found a way. They came together. And oh, wait, I forgot. It's a layer. We did it all for the kids. Really? You're waxing each other for the kids. It was important that we got, did it again. You gotta use the, it was very important that we get along. Well, okay, but I mean, geez Louise. I really like her. Okay, all right. Put that there. She had jet black raven hair, but then so did she. I can't choose. I'll take them both. Making crap up as I go along. So, there's Morgan's leg. There's her other leg. And there's her foot. All right. Now there's her arm, her hand. Whoops. Well, she fell out of the bra there. Yeah. We'll fix that. Don't worry, Haley. I've got you. Doop, 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 doop. Again, the sound effects are very important. You can't draw without them. Doop, boop, bloop. There we go. Good enough. Oh, wait, her hand. Yeah. I'm making my way down to your bottom, Haley. That's okay. I like feeling your hand down there. Oh, shit. Ow, ow. It's funny where all the lines stay close up, you know. I'm really noticing something back here, hey? Why, what? Pam, pam, pam. I'm afraid you're going to have to take some poop pills, Haley. Morgan found some disturbing spots. Dun, dun, dun. Well, thank God Haley was there, exploring every region of my flesh. Anytime, girlfriend. Anytime. It's great. It's so good that they get along. I really enjoy every minute of it. Uh huh. It's like they're sisters. They're not like sisters. No, really. No. Whoops. Well, what do you mean? Gosh, stop bucking around. You know the deal. And it's a good thing, they both played for the other team in their, you know, subconscious of denial. And I guess that's just, you're not going to have as many headaches, you know. But eventually they're going to get tired of you. But it's like if uh, she gets mad at her new husband and Morgan gets mad at Josh, then they can plot together with the insurance policies and stuff. And that way, I got mine. I got him to sign. Okay, girlfriend, we're doing this. And then that's the end of Josh and I don't know, the other guy. I didn't bother. And there they go. During their grief, they came together and got even closer. And of course, it's legal to get married now, so that's what they do. For the kids, of course. Whoops. And there you go. Maybe that was the plan all along. Nah, I'm just being an asshole. I don't know. Look, no, ordinarily this is a tough situation, but these ladies found a way. They just smooth it all over with the waxing. You gotta smooth it all over. Smooth, it's smooth now. Yes, it is. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Yeah, well, when in doubt, black it out. There you go. Oops, damn it, I don't want that there. Here we go. It's like their hair found each other and became one. Yeah. So it's like the new wife gave birth, and so it's like, wow, I understand you now. Yeah, pregnancy's rough. It sure is. Wow, I see you now. Do, 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 do. Something like that. It's like tonight on Lifetime, two women find their way to each other. Do, 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 do. I know it was scary at first, kids. You thought you were losing your mom, but not only you're not losing your mom, you're gaining another mommy. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Well, considering the horrible story of that disgusting couple, this is the better outcome. And we don't know what's going on here. It's probably all perfectly innocent. you know, it's it's just a waxing. That don't mean nothing. I mean, sure, she's got to be really intimate, you know, with her predecessor here. But again, it's just a waxing. It's all a part of grooming, and uh, huh. Uh, hmm. Well, anyway, you know, why can't people just be happy for people? I mean, you're all just jealous, you know, and just assume things. But you know what happens when you assume? You make an ass of you and me. That's, I mean, it's not just a saying. There's a lot of truth to that. But, look, we all are getting caught up in the fantasy. That's all there is to it. I mean, it's just so, it's really hot, you know. I mean, come on, that's all there is. Yeah, it's not like any kind of judgment or nothing because we really don't give a rat's ass. And that's, well, that's just the way it goes, you know. Yeah, there's really not much to it. It's not all that funny. It's just kind of weird. All right. Jeez, this is. I got to figure out what the hell happened with the scanner, you know? I don't like that. I expect you to work. Okay, I guess you can have, I don't know, blue panties. Well, oh, wait, let me see. Well, all right. Yeah. Something. Whoops. Something is something. It's got to be something. If it's going to be something at all. And then she'll have a matching print. Oh, wait, I'm going to need to, let's see, we'll do this and this. Create another layer. You need another layer. Maybe. Okay. And then. Oh yeah, I need to change the color. I mean, the Rumble Studio doesn't show you everything that the Photoshop shows. I don't know why it does that. So you can't quite see what the hell I'm doing. But anyway, let's see. Pattern. One of these. I don't know. I guess that. I don't know if I've tried that one or not. And we'll see. That's not that great. Wait, let me turn that off. Step back. Step back. Lacy pattern. Let's see. Huh. I don't know. It looks a little square. That's a bit too square. We want it to be flowery. As flowery as possible. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Oops, wrong one. All right. There you go, Morgan. You've got a lacy bra. Oops. Still got it on pattern. foreground, and there we fix up the bra strap. Ever so delicately holding it in place. Yes, yes. Oh, kind of screwed up here. Well, we'll just pretend it was supposed to look like that. And then add a little. Oops, not that. Damn it. This is what happens when the hand starts to go numb. All right, good enough. Jeez. Okay. I don't know. I guess would she have like matching shoes for the blue shoes? Didn't really do a good job on this. It's supposed to be some sort of like binding thing or whatever. What the hell do I know about shoes? Whoops. See, this is where it comes in. No, that's terrible. I gotta fix that. It's got to at least go up on the hill here. It's almost as if I was distracted by some other parts of her, you know. Almost. But that can't possibly be the case. Oh, yeah. There we go. See, it's all great and wonderful and shit. Jeez, this is pretty bad here, but it's way down there and stuff. All right. Now to address the brassiere of Morgan's brassiere. So we'll just go ahead with that here, there, everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. We'll put this here. Maybe. Yes. Color the panties. So we're gonna want that separate layer. This one. Whoops. And loop. Then we'll do what we did previously. Yeah, pattern. We only use the same one. So, what's this do? All right, good enough. And oh, did it again. Come on. All right, good enough. You got to understand the world is mostly good enough. No masterful achievements or anything of that. No. It's just good enough. Oh crap! I forgot about this part. All right. I'll just do it again. Oops. You gotta select. You gotta tell it what it wants. You gotta put it where they want it to be. It's not gonna know it on its own. Jeez. That's unbelievable. Actually, not unbelievable. Perfectly expected. I can't with these clowns. Oop. You did it again. Oops, I did it again. All right, try that. Yes. Yes. Yeah, geez, it's already almost 4 o'clock. Well, of course, I slept most of the night away. At least, for me, it was mostly sleeping hours. Don't worry, we're coming to the end of this long-winded nightmare. Here we go. Wow. The hell? Oh, it's still selected. Yeah. And you're going to want that before. Okay. All right. I'm going to clean all this specs and stuff. My God, Morgan, what the hell? I'm not a dirty girl. I'm not. Well. Okay. Well. Hey, you get. Oh, wait. I got to do her shoes. Boy, this is. You know what? We're just going to get rid of that. It was an idea. It was a thought. It had its moment. But the moment has passed. Nope. I'm not even sure how that would work. I mean, I guess it connects to the back or something. Again. Oh, I didn't even do that one. See, it was meant to be. There you go. A little more blue for you. For me? Yeah, you. I think a lot of people are paying a lot of attention to Morgan. So come on, Haley. Let's give a little something for Haley here. Okay. There we go. Now everything is better. 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 Oh, it sure takes a lot of time just to get to good enough. Now, let's just see how this goes. We'll do it like that. Do the layer. And see what we can do. Huh? Oh, wrong one. Yeah, this took longer than I suspected, which probably won't be able to do Wednesday comics. Oh, right, I didn't do it. This is Wednesday already came and went. Jeez, man, I'm all messed up. But that's what happens with a, what do you call it? The appointment, yeah. And even though it went by pretty quick, but geez, I just can't seem to get to sleep. And it takes a while. And I was elsewhere. But, everything worked out. That's going to be hell because I got one coming on a Friday. And that's a work night. I'm going to have to see if I can get that night off. Because this was nothing compared to how long that one's going to take. So, yeah, he's cutting it close. Thinking about my schedule and plans out loud, it's all fascinating, I'm sure. Go. Go. Uh, just got to shade in your little booty line. Giggle, tee hee, giggle. Yes, it's all so silly, isn't it? And there we go. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. One would hope so. I mean, it's kind of a shame if she had perfectly good legs and never learned how to walk. Bump, bump. And we are get it in there. Not exactly a necessary element, but well, I started it, so. And now for Haley's booty. Here we go, Haley. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Damn it. Yeah, that'll work. Don't worry, I'm not going to add to your tummy. I know you work hard to stay in shape. See, if you wonder if Morgan had been a blonde, this probably would not have worked. I really don't like her. And I don't particularly like her having any say-so over my kids. Oh, come on. No, Josh, no. Wow, 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 wow. But Josh knew better, so he picked another brunette. Yeah, it's amazing. Yep, that's how it goes. Here we go. All right. Oops, 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 oops. Okay. Damn it. Ugh. Yeah, I'm getting tired of this too. It's coming to an end. You waxing women. It's the waxing sisters. Wax that bush. The waxing sisters. All the damn shoes. Oh, jeez. Oh, but this is it. This is it. I could take that out, but let's just say it's some weird design for the shoe or some crap. Again, I don't know jack squat about shoes. I need to buy shoes. Batch. Look at those shoes. I can't say that I noticed them all that much. I really can't. Oops, oops, oops. Oops, oops, oops. Oops, 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 oops. Damn it. Doot, doot, doodle, doot, doodle, doodle, doo. Oops, 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 oops. Yeah, good enough. Why can't I just remember the motto? It's good enough. All right. So I can probably stick this one on the thumbnail later for this magical show. They brought so many heartwarming, well, okay, not that, stories. But, you know, we made a headway in a scientific discovery that your poo could save lives. Yeah, maybe even your own. Yeah, yeah. Poo pills. So, you know, that's something. It's not all just weird, creepy shit. Sometimes it's just shit. Oh, yeah, I gotta add. I somehow can't help myself. So we'll increase that a little. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm a little concerned about sun damage, but Haley, she goes for it. I mean, I'm a little worried about her and everything. I mean, she is my girl, but still, I kind of admire it. I mean, it's like she don't give a shit. She's like, up yours, son. I'll do what I want. There, but maybe a little here too, you know. Yeah, yeah. Probably lighten her up here. It's just not overwhelming. But whatever. There we go. The Waxing Sisters. Great going, girls. Thanks for being our entertainment for tonight. Let me catch up on the chat before I take a wow, over 2 hours. Good Lord. Sometimes drawing takes a long time, you know. New Charles Manson documentary. Make sure you get those pesky nipple hairs. Well, they're wearing bras. Oh, they wax those too. Geez, Louise. Good Lord, I'm going to be here all night reading this. But, you know, once the channel becomes a success, I won't have the time. I'll have that excuse, you know. But I don't have it now. Okay, rabbit sushi. No, stealth gas. Think about all the work that goes into these, and then KB farting. Oh, I did read that one. Plaidcore rabbit sushi. Yeah, that one I read. Oh, that was in response to the Who Killed Buddy. Yeah, I don't think Liam was around at the time. At least not around. Where the hell was that? Atlantic City. Stealth Chaos Plaidcore, but he is the best. No, I did that one too. You never go broke. Yeah. Stealth Chaos at Pella. Now Superman. Yeah, I did all that one. Islamist grooming gangs. Geez Louise. Joe Lamont, good night all. Gotta go do stuff tomorrow. Super fun show. All right, thanks, Joe. I'm sorry. I obviously he's gone. He didn't get to see this, but maybe if you catch the replay, just to see how the girls turned out, I guess. But thanks for being here, Joe. Fellow, good night, Joe. Susan Dolan, good night, Joe. Nodak, later, Joe. Stealth Chaos, they did it all for the Nodak. Stealth Chaos is the Wizard of Oz playing in Doug's brain 80% of the time. You know, it's strange, but it does happen. Yeah, that thing, that's been going on since I was a child watching The Wizard of Oz. Stealth Chaos, Doug is too good at this. Well, Stealth Chaos, holy shit. Pell, well, I don't know if it's holy or not, but it is science. They're saying it can cure cancer. So who knew? Pell is if MKE had Doug's skills, he'd draw he and Mrs. KE in all circumstances. Dog, kids, white picket fence, LOL. Even the LOL. Stealth Chaos, Doug draws these all one-handed, of course. Well, Plaidcore, double LOL. Stealth Chaos at Pale L. If MKE had any skills, he might get monetized after streaming for 20 years. Well, you know. Plaidcore, he was welding. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's a welder. Yeah. Stealth Chaos at Plaidcore, he is failing to weld his life to get well. You know, there's always irony, you know. Pell Stealth Chaos, aw man, LOL. Stealth Chaos, Doug, can you redo it with them both in jack boots and helmets? It's not impossible. Yeah, I probably could. Not going to do it now. I'm beat. Plaidcore tragic. Stealth Chaos, he welded Mazzy shut in his used panties truck. Isn't she miles away? Aren't they like a long distance thing or were or what? Stealth Chaos, you can put whatever insignia you like on the helmets. Dealer's choice. Oh, I can't imagine what that could be. Plaidcore, it's the right thing to do. Stealth Chaos. Stealth Chaos. Plaidcore gets it. Pell Plaidcore, ha ha, I see what you did there. Plaidcore, he, oh me, Nodak, 2 forever mommies. Yeah, I guess. Stealth Chaos, make sure you get, the pesky nipple hairs. Plaidcore, he has something missing upstairs aside from Mazzy. The baby, at least he has the dog. They had a child together? I didn't know that. Jeez, that's pretty tough. Oh, man. Stealth Chaos, one of my favorite hack sayings. Stealth Chaos, poor Roscoe, someone do a wellness check. Roscoe? Nodak, don't yuck their yum. Oh, Don yuck their yum? I don't know. Nodak, oh yeah, don't. See? Got it. Yeah. Stealth Chaos, don't mess up your spelling like I do. Doug no likey. Well, you know, what are you going to do? Saint Ranger, where is her slippery when wet tattoo? I didn't catch that. I wonder if they would probably, if they decided on that, they would get it together. You know? Yeah. down there. Stealth Chaos, new Charles Manson documentary coming out on shitty Netflix tomorrow. Probably the only thing on there worth watching. Oh, come on. There's got to be, one or two something else. Stealth Chaos besides Anchorman, obviously. Stealth Chaos Lacey /DC. Pell-El, don't fix it. Take it off. Again, I'm on YouTube. Stealth Chaos, yeah, only play. Well, of course, I could set it to 18, type thing. Yeah. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, yeah, only place I like lingerie is on my floor. Well, yeah. Nodak, Bob Ross couldn't draw this. He'd keep adding a little. We could put a little extra happy little pubes here and a few other happy pubes right there. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I like seeing that through the panties just before I rip them off. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, more binding things done. Yeah, I know, but I didn't draw it right in the first place. Plus, it was through the camera, so it's not all that great. I don't know, it's disturbing me about the scanner. It's not that old. I bought it last year. Anyway, Plaidcore, try LOL. Stealth Chaos. Yeah, Doug, you can stick some little happy trees in the background. Can you stick? Yeah, I could have. I didn't. Stealth Chaos, paint it black. I see some pink panties and I want them painted black. Stealth Chaos. Battles. Yeah, Beatles. A. Thompson. Doug. You mean me? Stealth Chaos. A. Thompson, where the hell have you been? Stealth Chaos says, milk toast. Stealth Chaos. The Burium Raceway. Plaidcore says, nice. Stealth Chaos says that A. Thompson, you and your goddamn racing out all night while me and the kids are stuck in our tie home. Pell-El, Stealth Chaos. That was not a typo. That was my stupidity. Huh? Stealth Chaos at Pell-El. I was not trying to be a smartass. I have always been fascinated with weird spelling of that word. Well, what are the odds? Pell-El, Stealth Chaos, LOL. Hey, now I know. Stealth Chaos, Pell-El. It's a weird one. Hey, Thompson, Stealth. Any chance of Doug finding love in Japan? Well, I got to be there first. Plaidcore, I like the straps. Really? Well, to each their own. A lot of people like the lacy stuff. They like to see some bush through the panties, because they're a bit sheer, that kind of thing. And then there's bound to be somebody who's like, God damn, look at those straps. Yeah. And it's holding the bra there. It's all it is, those thin little lines. Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Anyway, Stealth Chaos said, A. Thompson, fuck yeah. Any smart girl would snap him up in an instant. He can do nude sketches in my place all day long. I will find models. Wow. Plaidcore, anywho, off to paint shoes. Well, it happens. Stealth Chaos, I am much better at getting other people laid than getting laid myself. So you're wingman. Stealth Chaos at Plaidcore, Andy Warhol. I don't think he was into straps, at least, yeah. Saint Ranger, I like the straps too. Well, boy, you discover all kinds of things. Plaidcore, Jackson Pollock. Well, yeah, there's a lot of times when it involves two women in panties, there's a lot of Jackson Pollock all over the place. Just, well, it's white, Anyway, Plaidcore, LOL, Stealth Chaos. They say Pollock was a CIA op, but I have not really looked into it. He's just a guy who splattered paint all over a canvas, and the art crowd ate it up. That's all it takes. And plus he knew people, Pell-El, I guess were they CIA spooks? I don't know. Pell-El, if that was me, it'd be big boobs on stick figures. That sounds like a song too. Big moves on stick figures. Stealth Chaos, I would have jacked off and fallen asleep halfway through. I know, but I'm a professional. Stealth Chaos at Plaidcore, you mean like Epstein sorta did? You mean, I don't think he did any Jackson Pollock. Oh, you mean in front of the, yeah. Plaidcore, did he? That's what they say. Plaidcore, oh, I'm daft. Plaidcore, more so their best creep customer. Plaidcore, what? For real? Plaidcore, damn. That story gets crazier and crazier. Stealth, maybe we'll find out he really is still alive, you know. He found another island. Stealth Chaos, but probably both bankrolled by a certain country that we are not going to name here. Yeah, I know the country. Stealth Chaos and their top of the line secret service. Yeah. It's the CIA that got him off in the original. And they said, hey, he's an intelligence asset. And they said, he is? You know? And then you got to wonder, what exactly did he do? Well, you know, we needed some people blackmailed. Oh, and that sort of thing. Stealth Chaos said, Plaidcore, I don't know you. Plaidcore, LOL, Stealth Chaos, Kate Mossad. Really? I did not know this. Stealth Chaos, I don't think these two bimbos deserve that much work. Well, look, there wasn't a lot of choice tonight. You know, I guess I could have gone with the Miss Lovin. She looked a little chubby, though. I'm not sure. But anyway, Stealth Chaos, I mean, she spent $80 on tacos or something. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, let's play What's Doug Whistling Now? That's just the wheezing of my aging breathing. You know, I'm dying. Plaidcore next time. Stealth Chaos, I think that was Devo, but it was a little confusing. Yeah, it happens. I was messing up, Whip It, half-ass screwing around. I don't know. But I think that last one was Whip It Devo with something mixed in. Plaidcore, ha! Pell Boil, Ball Wax, good God almighty. Plaidcore, I'm the drummer, big brother. Stealth Chaos, I'm going to have to take a shower after all this. Good Lord. Stealth Chaos, does Tass know what Doug is getting up to on his streams? No, she's in bed. It's a school night. Stealth Chaos at Pell I had my suspicions about the one on the right. Suspicions. Huh. I don't know. Plaidcore Tacitus knows all. Sans fucking at Stealth Chaos. Stealth Chaos, I think Doug should draw every female on this show with Tass's face. Good Lord. Plaidcore. Pell at Stealth Chaos. She's got a bigger head, probably a bigger bone structure from all that testosterone. So there was a little surprise for Morgan when she proceeded to do the waxing. Wow. And she waxed it. Plaidcore, that made me laugh a second time. Plaidcore at Stealth Chaos. Pell LOL. A. Thompson at Stealth Chaos. Can you get Doug a job in Lawson 108? He can find love there. Lawson 108. Susan Dolan, hail A. Thompson. A. Thompson, Doug is probably an English major from a good school. Nope, did not major in English. A. Thompson, Charles Manson's best book is called Chaos. Yeah, but everyone refers to Helter Skelter, you know, because it's got the song name in it. Plaidcore, the owner of Netflix, just bought my favorite mountain to ski on and tripled the prices, a.k.a. fuck Netflix. So he bought the mountain, and so the prices went up. So if you want to ski on his mountain, you got to pay. Eventually, he's just going to say, you know what? It's my mountain. You don't get it no more. See, that's what he'll do. Once he reads this, And you know he's watching. Hey, Thompson, the author of Chaos, was on Rogan. Interesting book. Okay. Oh, is that the one where they said that Manson might have been a part of the whole MK Ultra thing? Plaid Car, Powder Mountain in Utah. Powder Mountain. A mountain of powder. Wow. A. Thompson, Doug, Lip My Rockings. Lip My Rockings. Huh. Nodak, Wangman. Plaid Car, LOL, LL. Nodak, you could have drawn Alanis Morissette Poo Pill and called it Poo Oughta Know. Yeah. A. Thompson, Alanis Morissette, haven't thought of her in many years. She was good in the 90s, then disappeared. Well, you know, whoever was writing her songs got tired of her, and that was the end of that. Stealth Chaos, Doug. Damn it. There it goes. Doug, we are not all completely insane. I think a lot of comments are getting nuked by YouTube bots. Oh, really? What are you going to do? Stealth Chaos at A. Thompson. The new doc is based on Chaos, my man. Stealth Chaos, as is my username. Stealth Chaos. Manson family was a CIA op to discredit the hippie dream. Yeah, well, I mean, that hippie stuff continued on like the fad it was. And like all fads, it faded even more so than their jeans. Get it? Tee-hee. Tee-hee. Oh, God, I'm about to fall over. Jeez. Well, not really. I just need to get out of this chair. That's another thing. You would think just sitting on your fat ass would be an easy thing to do. But this, too, has consequences. Yes. So anyway, I babble on as I search for the end credit song. There it is. All right. Well, thanks for watching the show. Hopefully we can do it again soon. I don't know. It depends. I'm probably going to be doing Crime Report tomorrow night, so I might not be able to get one in. But then again, you never know. So we'll see how that goes. Anywho, again, thanks for watching. And like I said, we'll do it again soon. Anyway, here's the ending theme song.
Killers, killing and killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. News. Where all the money go? Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street? While killers be killing and killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street while killers be killing and killing and killing and killing? Nailsin News.